Welcome to our journey into emotional predictability and problem solving. In this video, we'll explore how to build systems that help you understand and manage your emotions more effectively. Whether you're new to these concepts or looking to deepen your skills, you'll find practical strategies and real-life applications here. We'll start by setting the stage for what emotional systems training is and why it matters. By the end, you'll have a toolkit for navigating challenging feelings and making thoughtful decisions. Let's begin by understanding the foundation of emotional awareness and the importance of predictability in our daily lives. One of the first steps in emotional systems training is using the BEST scale. This tool helps you track your emotional states and progress over time. By recording your scores regularly, you gain insight into patterns and triggers that influence your mood. The BEST scale isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. As you complete the scale and record your results, you'll start to notice trends that can guide your growth. This process is a cornerstone for building emotional predictability and sets the stage for more advanced skills. Let's see how this simple practice can make a big difference. Relaxation and mindfulness are essential tools for emotional regulation. Taking time to pause, breathe, and center yourself can help you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness practices such as deep breathing or guided imagery allow you to observe your emotions without judgment. This creates space for reflection and growth. By incorporating relaxation techniques into your daily routine, you build resilience and prepare yourself to handle challenges more effectively. Let's explore some simple ways to bring mindfulness into your everyday life. Emotional intensity continuum is a powerful tool for understanding the range of your feelings. It helps you identify where you are emotionally at any given moment, from calm to highly intense. By regularly checking in with yourself and placing your emotions on this continuum, you gain clarity about your internal state. This awareness is the first step toward managing difficult emotions. Over time, you'll notice patterns and learn how to shift your position on the continuum through skillful choices. Let's look at how to use this tool in your daily life. Taking a moment to reflect on where you are emotionally each week is a valuable practice. Ask yourself, where was I on the emotional intensity continuum this week? What situations trigger strong feelings? By honestly assessing your experiences, you create a roadmap for growth. This self-reflection isn't about criticism, it's about understanding. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to spot patterns and make intentional changes. Let's explore how to make this reflection a regular part of your routine. Skills Monitoring Card is your personal tracker for emotional skills. Each day, note which skills you use to manage your feelings and navigate challenges. This card helps you see your progress and identify areas for improvement. Over time, you'll notice which strategies work best for you and when you might need to try something new. The act of recording your efforts builds accountability and encourages consistent practice. Let's see how to make the most of your Skills Monitoring Card. Everyone experiences distorted thoughts from time to time. These are patterns of thinking that can cloud your judgment and intensify negative emotions. By reviewing your common distorted thoughts worksheet, you become more aware of these patterns. Recognizing distorted thoughts is the first step toward challenging and changing them. This process empowers you to respond to situations with greater clarity and balance. Let's dive into how to spot and address distorted thinking in your daily life. Consistent practice is key to mastering emotional skills. Your homework includes completing the Skills Monitoring Card and estimating the percentage of time you spend at each level on the emotional intensity continuum. Each day, check in with yourself, note your emotions, and reflect on your experiences. This daily commitment helps you build new habits and reinforces your progress. Remember, growth happens one step at a time. Let's talk about how to make this practice sustainable and meaningful. Each day, use the emotional intensity continuum to indicate where you are emotionally. Write down the situation, your feelings, physical sensations, thoughts, and any filters that might be influencing your perspective. This detailed tracking helps you understand the full picture of your emotional experience. Over time, you'll see how your thoughts and actions shape your feelings. This awareness is the foundation for lasting change. Let's explore how to use this worksheet effectively. Cognitive distortions are automatic thought patterns that can lead to negative feelings and unhelpful behaviors. By identifying these distortions in your daily tracking, you become more skilled at recognizing when your thinking might be off track. Common distortions include all-or-nothing thinking, catastrophizing, and mind reading. The goal isn't to eliminate all negative thoughts, but to notice them and challenge their accuracy. Let's look at how to spot cognitive distortions in your own thinking. Once you've identified a distorted thought, the next step is to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence supports or contradicts it? Are there other ways to look at the situation? By writing down at least 3 challenges to each distorted thought, you train your mind to consider alternatives. This practice helps you break free from negative cycles and develop a more balanced perspective. Let's see how to put this into action. Continuum worksheet is a structured way to analyze emotional episodes. Start by objectively describing the event that triggered your feelings. Then name the emotions you experienced and describe any physical sensations. Next, record your thoughts without judging them. Identify any filters or themes present in your thinking. Finally, note your action urges and the behaviors you engaged in. This comprehensive approach helps you see the connections between events, thoughts, feelings, and action. Being able to accurately name your emotions is a powerful skill. Instead of just saying you feel bad or upset, try to identify the specific emotion like anger, sadness, or anxiety. This clarity helps you understand what's really going on and guides your next steps. The more precise you are, the easier it becomes to address your feelings constructively. Let's practice putting names to your emotions and see how it can change your perspective. Emotions often show up in our bodies before we even realize what we're feeling. You might notice a racing heart, sweaty palms, or tense muscles. By paying attention to these physical sensations, you gain valuable clues about your emotional state. This awareness can help you intervene early and use coping skills before emotions become overwhelming. Let's explore how to tune into your body's signals and respond with care. When strong emotions arise, it's important to capture your thoughts as they are, without judgment or censorship. This honest recording helps you see patterns and understand the link between your thinking and your feelings. Over time, you'll notice which thoughts tend to trigger certain emotions and behaviors. This self-awareness is the first step toward making positive changes. Let's practice recording your thoughts in a clear and non-judgmental way. Thought filters are the mental lenses through which we interpret events. These filters can shape our perceptions and influence our emotional responses. Common filters include focusing on the negative, discounting the positive, or making assumptions. By identifying which filters are at play, you can begin to challenge them and see situations more clearly. Let's learn how to recognize and adjust your thought filters for a healthier perspective. When emotions run high, we often feel strong urges to act, sometimes without thinking. These reflex reactions can be helpful or harmful depending on the situation. By noticing your action urges, you create a pause between feeling and doing. This pause gives you the power to choose your response rather than acting on impulse. Let's explore how to identify your action urges and make intentional choices. After identifying your action urges, it's important to reflect on what you actually did. Did you follow your initial impulse or did you choose a different path? By recording your behaviors, you gain insight into your patterns and can celebrate progress. This reflection helps you see the connection between thoughts, feelings, and actions. Over time, you'll build confidence in your ability to handle challenging situations. Let's practice this important step together. Now that you've identified cognitive distortions, it's time to challenge them directly. For each distorted thought, write down at least 3 alternative perspectives or pieces of evidence that contradict the distortion. This process helps you break the hold of negative thinking and opens the door to more balanced, realistic thoughts. With practice, challenging distortions become second nature and leads to greater emotional stability. Let's see how to apply this technique in real life. Key skill in emotional systems training is learning to distinguish between your thoughts and your behaviors. Thoughts are internal, what you tell yourself about a situation. Behaviors are external, what you actually do. Understanding this difference helps you take responsibility for your actions and make intentional choices. It also allows you to challenge unhelpful thoughts without judging yourself for having them. Let's practice separating thoughts from behaviors in everyday situations. One of the most empowering lessons in emotional systems training is that changing your thoughts can change your feelings. When you challenge negative or distorted thinking, you open the door to more positive emotions and improve self-esteem. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather seeing them from a new perspective. With practice, you'll notice that your feelings shift as your thinking becomes more balanced. Let's explore how this process works in real life. Perfectionism can be a major source of stress and emotional turmoil. Learning to let go of the need to be perfect allows you to embrace mistakes as opportunities for growth. By accepting that life is not always fair or predictable, you build resilience and self-compassion. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Let's talk about how to release perfectionistic thinking and celebrate your efforts. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and lose sight of the bigger picture. Putting life events and feelings into perspective helps you stay grounded and balanced. This means recognizing that setbacks are temporary and that you have the strength to overcome challenges. By stepping back and seeing the whole story, you can make wiser decisions and maintain emotional stability. Let's practice putting things in perspective together. Becoming independent means learning to trust your own judgment and not comparing yourself to others. This skill is essential for emotional well-being. When you focus on your own values and goals, you become less affected by outside opinions. Independence allows you to make choices that are right for you and to accept yourself as you are. Let's explore how to build greater independence in your daily life. Mistakes are a natural part of life and an important source of learning. Allowing yourself to make mistakes and to learn from them fosters resilience and growth. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can do differently next time. This mindset shift helps you move forward with confidence and self-compassion. Let's talk about how to turn mistakes into opportunities for growth. Life isn't always fair, and that's okay. Accepting this reality helps you focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. While you may prefer that things were different, acceptance brings peace and allows you to direct your energy toward positive change. This perspective is empowering and helps you navigate challenges with grace. Let's explore how acceptance can transform your emotional experience. All or nothing thinking can trap you in extremes and make problems seem bigger than they are. Learning to see shades of gray means recognizing that most situations are complex and nuanced. This balanced perspective helps you make better decisions and reduces emotional intensity. By practicing flexible thinking, you open yourself up to new possibilities and solutions. Let's practice seeing the gray areas in everyday situations. When faced with a challenging thought, ask yourself, what else could this mean? Why should I automatically assume the negative? These questions encourage curiosity and open-mindedness. By considering alternative explanations, you break free from negative assumptions and discover new ways to interpret events. This practice leads to greater emotional flexibility and resilience. Let's explore how to ask better questions in your daily life. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, but recognizing the positives about yourself and your life is just as important. Take time each day to notice your strengths, achievements, and the good things around you. This practice builds self-esteem and helps balance out negative thinking. By celebrating your progress, you reinforce positive habits and boost your emotional well-being. Let's practice recognizing the positives together. As we wrap up, remember that emotional systems training is a journey, not a destination. By practicing these skills, tracking your emotions, challenging distorted thoughts, and building resilience, you're taking important steps toward greater emotional balance. Reflect on what you found most helpful in this lesson and how you can apply it in your daily life. With patience and persistence, you'll continue to grow and thrive. Thank you for joining us on this path to emotional well-being.